Today in this painting I am going to sharing 7 brushes and their uses, brush strokes and techniques in simple sunset landscape painting. Portrait pink, pyrrole orange and a light permanent blue. First, flat brush, holding the moistening flat brush at a slight angle and pull it across the canvas in long even strokes, slightly overlapping each previous strokes to avoid ridges. Overlap two wet colors and move the brush quickly back and forth, horizontal swooping brush strokes from one side to another, from left to right side. Here, dry brushing, double loading, scumbling, also the techniques in flat brushes. Here we are learning how to blend the sunset sky. So many strokes here, wide strokes, chisel edge using and ribbon strokes and tapping techniques also. Blending is nothing but merging of two or more colors on a brush with gradually sweeping horizontal brush strokes from one edge to another edge to get smooth and realistic look to painting. And the important avoiding overlapping the colors too much. The colors should be match each other. Do not leave it layer by layer. Next, angle brushes often uses for sharp lines, clean corner and detailed strokes like trunk, leaves and petals. Grip, hold the brush 45-degree angle to the surface using the brush to make quick flicking motions to create textures like grass or fur. Toe and heel. The longer pointed tip is the toe and the shorter end is the heel. Tapered leaves start with the point toe and here creating trunk, applying pressure to thicker the strokes as you pull down and releases pressure to end in a point. For the grass, uses quick upward flicking motion standing from the point. For the tree, lay down quick angled pulled strokes and stack them and create textured foliage without over blending. Always try to paint in shorter strokes for the best coverage in acrylic painting. Don't press too hard on the brush while you are painting. Give strokes gently without giving and adding any pressure. Whenever you feel hard to paint, wet your brush with water before painting. Next, filbert brush, oval shaped head to create a petal and light tapping motion to create a texture for tree foliage. Light pressure produces soft, faint blending, while heavy pressure flattens the brush for wider, thicker application. Use the tips for the branches and tape with the side for leaves. Filbert brush is often considered for the best brush for blending back and forth sweeping motion also because its rounded edges prevent the harsh lines that the standard flat brushes can leave. Few essential stroke techniques. Getting broad strokes, the narrow edges mean the chisel edge to paint then line, stem and branches. Press the brush side down and pull or twist the brush. The natural curve of the bristles create perfect shapes for the flower's petals. To create the fluffy textures effective for painting clouds, just use a light circular motion with the tip. Next to the round brush, holding it like pencil for our control, giving varying pressure, light for thin and heavy for thicker. Start with the tip, apply pressure to create dots or texture, ideal for foliage, brushes or flowers and drawn thin lines, branches or outlines. What is brushstroke? Creating your thoughts, what you are seeing, what you are imagining into a form of painting by using brush on the canvas. Every brushstroke is a beautiful art of painting and a lifeblood of a creation painted. Each of a color of a vivid, lively painting brings additional shape and evaluation. Each sides on the canvas are telling one of the many puzzle triggers that can come together to convey the emotional reactions of a viewers for a living. Standing in the distance without touching a painting can feel its presence, shape, depth, beauty, and life. So, different brushes and their brushstrokes are playing multi-role of painting. In every painting, that whether it looks beauty or not, but convey one thing, all corner of all the canvas in every painting and colors also are soul of painting, heart feeling that pumps vibrancy into every corner of canvas, and every brush strokes are silently tellings, whispering for telling some stories in every painting. Next to see comb brushes and also known as red brush. Minimal paint to create texture, rustic looks, rough surfaces like bark or grass, commonly used for natural textures like grass, feather and fur. Quick upward strokes to create the appearance for grass. Lightly tape the brush on here to create the fine foliage. The way you hold your brushes can play a role in acrylic painting. The type of brush you can use impact the appearances of brush strokes. You can use brushes with synthetic bristles brushes generally best for acrylic painting. It can be stiff or soft. Surface structure is very important. A smooth surface will result in good visible brush strokes. Try to experimenting with different techniques and different brushes in acrylic painting. Consider some factors that may affect the visibility of brush strokes in your painting. Next, to see the liner brush, creating grass using the techniques using a flick motions and dots and tiny details, consistent dots, and highlighting the details too. Hold the brush 90 degrees to the canvas and just create thinner line in a very light consistent pressure. Thin, longer bristles are better to paint and hold more paint and prevent frequently reloading. Using a light shaky movement to create organic, natural looking twigs, veins and branches. Few important tips. Dip the bristles in water and dab off the excess off with a towel before starting, and this helps the acrylic paint flow better. Apply the paint only to the first quarter of the bristles, overloading the brush up to the metal foil can cause the bristles to splay and cleaning difficult. Acrylics are dry quickly and can ruin a brush if they harden. Rinse immediately after use with warm soapy water and reshape the tip while wet the maintain its oval form. Making them perfect for those just dipping these brushes into the world of landscape painting. They dry quickly, allowing you to layer and blend colors with ease. And they are water soluble, meaning you can adjust their consistency to suit your desired effect. Here, few details only just I am sharing in this simple sunset landscape. Another one video I am going to sharing more detail about these brushes and the strokes techniques and the uses also in the painting.